Hello. I am about a minute early. So let me see. I am going to try to do this a little differently today and do a different. Oh, heavens. What? I don't know. I have an ad popped up on my iPad. I don't want ads like before it even starts. That's weird. Let me skip that. How you guys doing? Thanks for being here. We have 8 on so far. Woo! I've never really knew how to look to see how many people were actually on during the time. So it's just a learning in progress for me, guys. Oh, hi, everybody. Oh, hey, Lori. You guys are awesome. Aubrey, Shauna's Place. Hello. Hi, Sue. Love that you're here. Texas Family Soaps. I don't know your name. It's so funny, these handles. It's like I love to call people by their name, and then it's like Miss A. It took you to order something, so I knew what your name was. Oh, good. Hello, Canada. That's awesome. How you guys doing? It is like 91 or 2 degrees here. It is hot. And I was like in the house thinking, why is it so hot in here? And I looked at my husband turned down the air. It's like, good night. It's like, I'm sweating already. Misty, let me put my glasses on. Make sure I got that right. Hi, Misty. Thanks so much for being here. I'll try to remember names. I say I want to say names and then I never remember anybody's name. All right, guys. So we're just going to get started. Now, I did have some questions on craft shows. So is it cool down? Good night. Sabrina. Most call me Brina for short. Brina or Brenna? Brina? I'm going to assume Brina because it's Sabrina. Typical husband, right? Oh, mid-70s would be lovely. This Indiana, it's like we don't really get fall and winter anymore. I think it's probably Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. It's like we don't get fall and winter anymore. It jumps from cold to just freakishly hot. Crazy. Oh, I'm so glad that you finally got on. That makes me feel special. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Brina. I'll try to remember that. Of course, and then I take my glasses off and I can't hardly see. All right, well, let's get on to it. So we're going to talk about the candle sciences since I have them all pulled. I actually have the soap notes up on my computer, so if we need to look at those, we can. 90s, gosh, it's just... My husband wants to move to Tennessee and live on a houseboat. That is his retirement dream. Probably because he wants to fish all year. It's like, I don't think I could live on a houseboat. But, I get the whole being down a little bit down south, but not too far down south, a little bit further down to where it doesn't get super, super cold and you don't have all of the feet of snow. Yeah, I know, right? It's just crap. Anyway, so I am hot, and I'm not even hot because I'm nervous this time. Usually I'm get nervous on these things and I get real sweaty and hot and all worked up. No, it's because my husband turned down the heat or the air. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate that. So let's get started on the candle science. I brought up some Midwest fragrances as well. Yeah, I'm trying to kill you. What? Too many critters. I thought it said others because I don't have my glasses on. Too many critters trying to kill you. Oh gosh, that's why I would never want to go to Florida. No, I don't like the Florida. I'm sorry to anybody that lives in Florida. I just do not like Florida. Is Ellen Ruth in Tennessee? I thought she was down there somewhere. Yeah, not a fan of those critters. Not a fan. So Candle Science has, guys, I could just gab forever and then people would get annoyed with me. So I'm gonna work through these fragrances. All right, let me know if you're good on hearing me and all that good stuff. So I bought all of Candle Science's new scents, and I'm going to take my screen away from the chat for a second. And the citronellas. All right, I'm going to go back. So the citronellas, if you guys want me to talk about the fragrance notes, I have them up. I can switch over and read those fragrance notes to you quite easily. I just won't be able to see the chat and do that at the same time. St. Croix, the lizards and the chickens and all that. Oh, nice. I'm 53. I feel ya. I feel ya on that one. Whew. All right. So we're going to talk about citronellas first. And I don't know why I really bought those because I really don't like citronella scents. I don't know, guys. I just bought them. I don't know why. So we're going to try Pear and Thyme Citronella. Now, I have smelled all of these at least once because of I do smell them with my husband. We have this little thing whenever I get a box of new fragrances in. We kind of smell them and feedback, give each other feedback. I didn't know Florida had regulations. Hot flashes and night sweats, yeah. I don't have night sweats. I don't have a whole lot of problem with hot flashes, but I do tend to be a little more hot natured than I was. It doesn't stop me from drinking coffee, clearly. I don't even remember what I was saying. Pear and Thyme Citronella. Let's smell one. Oh, my husband and I smell these when we first get them in. That's just something we've always done. I don't care for it. I can see where somebody that likes a citronella scent would like this, though. It's more pleasant with the lid. Kentucky has regulations. Indiana, I've never heard of anybody in Indiana. I don't think Indiana has any regulations. I mean, I've never read anything on any of the, websites I'm on to tell me that. Hi, Tammy, sister neighbor. It is a strange mix, pear and thyme. And I am on the fence with it. Again, if you like citronella, you might really like that because it has, I'm going to give myself a headache smelling these citronellas. Ugh. It kind of has a pleasant, what would it be considered, top note, that pleasant, first note you get, and then that citronella kind of kicks in. Illinois doesn't? Really? I would have thought Illinois would have had a lot of regulations. I don't know. I guess that's my assumption. I'm going to get through these citronellas, guys. This one is ginger and saffron. And again, soap notes, I can look at them if you want me to. This one I don't mind. I think that the ginger in the scent or the notes is playing really nicely with the citronella. I am pleasantly surprised that I like this scent. I actually do like it. I don't love it. I'm not going to go that far, but I actually like it. That one I would actually use in something. And then the last citronella. Yeah, no, I'm not. Lemongrass and verbena citronella. No. I mean, again, it's the same thing with the pear and thyme. That first note you smell is quite pleasant. And then that citronella comes in. So again, if you're looking for that citronella, or if you have a good line of citronella, I think any of these would be a win for you. But the ginger and saffron, I really like it. I'm going back for more. I actually kind of like that one a lot for the citronella. So those are the 3 new citronella scents from Candle Science, and I'm going to give myself a moment. Camping and mosquito repellent, right? Gosh, guys. Hey, Brenda, I'm glad you made it in time as well. So I bought Candle Science came out with a new line. So they came out with 3 new citronella scents. And they had like a 1 ounce sample cell on their new line. The new citronella and the new, they're calling it year round or something, or trend setting, or year round. I can look. They had a sale 50% off those little 1 ounce samples. So I just grabbed them. So I didn't pick them out. I just kind of like picked them out because they were having them on sale. Yeah. So it's quite strong. It just makes me think of backyard bug candles. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what people use them for. So I guess candle makers, you make outdoor candles and they use citronella for that. I mean, I guess that's what, I don't know what other purpose you would use these for other than like an outdoor candle situation. Okay. So let me see exactly what they're talking about, what they named these. I want to see what they named these. Trend setting scents. So there's 5 new trend setting scents that are supposed to be good all year long on Candle Science. And can I just say, Candle Science is one of my favorites, guys. It has been for years one of my favorite places to buy fragrance oils. So just, I'm a little biased maybe. I love Candle Science's fragrances. They have increased their cost a bit, but who hasn't really? They are a little bit more expensive on some of their fragrance oils than like Midwest fragrance oils are a little bit lower in price. But man, Candle Science customer service is great. The company's great. I really like that company a lot. Yes, citronella to keep mosquitoes away. So this is the start of, one extreme to another. And the winter here is the same way. I'm sure it's there in Illinois too. The winter, I mean, it could be like January and be like 70 degrees one day and you're having almost a blizzard the following day. It's crazy. Candle Science. Woohoo! Another Candle Science lover. There's another one. See? And they don't, and when I was having lunch at the conference with Kevin, he was like, they did not know that soap makers use their fragrance oils as much. And I was like, you would be surprised how many soap makers like your fragrance oils, because it's huge. I don't think they realize that. So we need to like make sure we're letting them know. Oh, thanks, Tammy. I appreciate that you would trust my opinion. Candle Science, you can't go wrong with them. And when just a little bit of a backstory, had so much trouble figuring out the new 49 and 50th amendments to the IFRA, I could not figure out what that meant for me. Okay, I know that the rates went up or down, but what did that mean for me? I have fragrance oils that I bought, or I have soap on my shelf that I made with 5%. And what if it drops to 3%? Can I not sell my 5% soap? So the customer service there, they stepped up and they helped me tremendously understand all of those new percentages and really how it pertained to me. Let me catch up. Yes. They do have a map. They have like best-selling scents per state. That's nice. They also just came out with like a note. I was gonna bring it up and I forgot. It's some sort of like their scent notes and kind of like descriptions of different scent notes to help people. That's gonna be nice. So one of their trend-setting or year-long fragrances is butterscotch and bourbon. You guys may know this about me, but I do not like liquor scents. Liquor, whiskey, bourbons, whatever. Gin and tonic was okay. Can I say, this is amazing. This is so good. Oh, I'm making a wax melt with this. Now, I don't know that I would use this scent in like a body product or anything. Oh, butterscotch and bourbon. I do not like bourbon, and it is not overly sweet, and it is not overly alcoholic scented. It is surprisingly really good. It makes me nauseous. Yeah, some people don't like that really sweet butterscotch scent. This is definitely sweet and it's definitely butterscotch, but the bourbon notes, I think, tame that sweetness down a little bit. But if you're really like not a fan of butterscotch, just skip it because it does have that vibe for sure. The next one I have up is lemongrass and lime. I am like obsessed with lemon. A men's soap, the bourbon and butterscotch. I never thought about that with the men's soap. Yeah. Actually, yeah, because like my oldest son, he loves the real bakery sweet scents. So if you have a guy that likes those sweeter notes, yeah, actually, now that you say that, heck yeah. And my younger son, he loves to drink bourbon. He's one of those bourbon snobs, so he might like that too. So the Midwest fragrance one, let me put my glasses on, guys. I'm going to catch up with you. How'd the Midwest fragrance one do in your wax melts, Melissa? So Chandra, I used to love the apples and maple bourbon. It was one of my very, very favorite scents from them. And I don't know if they changed things, or I know that they're doing the whole clean scent thing and they're reformulating some of their scents. I don't know if that was it, but all of a sudden I would get no scent throw, no hot throw with the apples and maple bourbon. So I ditched it. I just can't get a good throw on it. I love citruses and they sell the best. Well, we already know that my all-time love of not sunset citrus, but the citrus agave. Gosh, so good. If for 50 is great. No, Tammy, I'm not surprised that you love lemons. Oh, good. Thanks, Melissa. So yeah, I'm going to try that in wax melts probably. And if I really like it, I'll probably get a bigger bottle and maybe I'll try it in soap too. So, I'm so I get so off on rabbit trails. You guys have no idea how much crap I take out of my videos to try to make it make sense. I shouldn't probably not do lives because I'm always on rabbit trails. And I probably shouldn't read the notes here because the chat, because it just takes me worse on a rabbit trail. So which one am I reading? Oh, lemongrass and lime. So this is really, really lovely. I am obsessed with lemons. It's my favorite. It used to be cherry almond was my favorite like flavor, but right now I'm just obsessed with lemon anything. And so the scents I've been buying a lot of lemon scents as well. Lemons and avocados. I can't get enough of them. I really like lemongrass and lime, and I really see this in a really nice spa line. I can see this in wax melts or room sprays. I can see this in a soap, a scrub, maybe even. It's very strong out of the bottle, but room sprays or wax melts, I definitely see that. Maybe even a bath bomb, that real relaxing. It just has a really spa vibe to it. It's nice. Scotch whiskey too. Are we talking about drinking it or smelling it? So lemongrass and lime, if you guys are looking for something like that, this is a really good one. I'm probably going to buy a bigger bottle because I really want to get like my bath bomb situation figured out, and I want to have a line of bath bombs that are always available. So my bath bombs, I've only had one or two like scents that are always available, kind of. And then all my other bath bombs, I would just take these little bottles and I'd make bath bombs. And then I'd be done with this bottle and I'd take the next bottle and I'd make bath bombs. So they were always these one-off scents. And I really want to dial that in and have the same scents available all the time. And this might be one of those because it is very spa-like. Either neither or both. So talk about another citrus scent from Candle Science. Citrus Sunshine is a new one on theirs. I'm going to give myself just a moment, guys. I don't want to get a headache. It's kind of like walking into Bath and Body Works and it's like an immediate overload of senses and too much. So Citrus Sunshine. Let's give this one a smell slowly. I'm like unscrewing it really slowly to draw it out the time. Guys, this is so good. Their citrus scents, I don't know what they're doing. They are on it. This is great. I'm going to put it up for a second. So you all know I love citrus agave. Citrus agave is a very bright, happy citrus scent. It's very, very just bright and happy and summery and just everything you want in a orange forward scent. It's so, so good. I tested candle or wax melts with it and they performed decent. It didn't perform great, but it did perform decent enough. This one has, I think, green notes to it. And it has a bit more of a depth of scent note to it. Citrus Sunshine. Yes, let me find it. Glasses. So you want soap notes. Oh, here's the thing, guys. I can give you note profiles. Citrus Sunshine note profiles. Let's see. Top is mandarin, lemon. Middle is pineapple, grass, and base is vanilla musk. So I think the grass part of it is helping. Pineapple, let me smell. I don't know that I'm really getting pineapple. Mandarin and lemon, probably. The musk is also kind of counteracting some of that. So it's just more depth. It's lovely. I still think I like citrus agave better, but this is lovely. I know, Aubrey, right? I've pulled all my old fragrances bottles and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to make all of this soap this year to get ready for my covered bridge. festival, you guys. I don't know if you know, my Covered Bridge Festival. It's a huge deal for me to get ready for that. I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many bottles. And that doesn't include my new bottles. These are just the older ones I want to use up. Candle Science lost their soap tester. So they don't have the ability to give soap notes anymore. And I found that out again during my lunch with Kevin. And I was like, oh, Kevin, what? We read those soap notes. We want to know, is it accelerating? Is it discoloring? Is it, going to slow down your trace? Does it rice? These are things we want to know before we buy a fragrance oil. Citrus agave. So I actually reached out to them. I actually reached out to Kevin a while back and after the conference, and I had some ideas of how I could help them with their soap notes. Without going into too much detail, I was like, I have some ideas that I could help you and, mutually beneficial. And he said they are looking into ways to bring that back and that they would keep me in mind. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they lost their soap tester, guys. So all of these scents, they don't have soap notes. And so it's going to take that brave person making soap for the first time and then making sure that that brave person leaves a review to let people know. Yeah, baby batches. So I have, I don't know, are you guys familiar with Micah's and More? I buy some fragrance oils, but I buy a lot of the Micah's from them. But she has this cutie patootie 1 pound tall and skinny loaf mold. It's silicone. It's a little smaller than a tall and skinny. It is probably guest size width, but it holds right at a pound of oils, and it holds 1 ounce per pound. Yeah, so about an ounce. So you can use one bottle and test it in that little mold, and then you have, either small bars or samples or something. So those are pretty handy. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping something comes of it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so many trial sizes. What do you do with them? These little 1 ounce bottles, what do you do with them? I test wax melts, I make bath bombs, and then I just hoard them for a while, I guess. Tammy, of course you have. Of course you've bought from them. We are practically the same person, I think. What am I smelling? Okay, so I don't know how to say this. Paloma, Paloma. It's some sort of drink, I guess. And it's supposed to be, let me read the fragrance notes on this one. Grapefruit, bergamot, lemon. Middle notes are mint, thyme, and lavender, and base notes are green leaves and cedar. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't really. It's okay. It's okay for me. It's not one of my favorites. If I was to buy a fruity, grapefruity, type of scent, this would probably not be it. But it's not bad. We'll see. Frankenblending. Frankenblending. That's hilarious. I like that one. All right. The last of Candle Science's year-long trend setting, or whatever they're calling it. So is it Delisa? Let me see. Delisa. So you have to look at the product page of where you buy your fragrance oils. She's asking how to know how much fragrance oil to use. a lot of people will say, oh, it's 1 ounce per pound of oils, but that's not necessarily what you should go by. I think that's pretty antiquated, and most reputable people will tell you not to do that. We don't soap that way anymore, because this could have a 3% usage rating, and you can only use 3% of your oil weight, or it could have a 15% usage rating, and you can use 15% of your oil weight. Not that you would, but you could. Most soapers, as long as it's within the usage rate, will use about 5% of your oils in their soap batches. I think that's pretty standard. Just a simple 5%. So however many oils you have, 5% of that fragrance oil, as long as it's soap safe at that usage rating. And I've stopped buying from companies. If I have to email them and ask for that statement and to tell me exactly what is in their, what I can use it at, I won't buy from them anymore. I want it on the product page. I want to be able to find it, and I don't want to have to email somebody. There's a couple that make me email. I won't buy them. Shouldn't be that hard for me to get that information. Yeah, Nature's Gardens. I used to use their black cherry, and it dropped. With the new IFRA guidelines, a lot of their fragrance oils have dropped. You really have to watch that. Some from Micah's and More. I was going to buy Abalone and C or something, but it was like a 3.39%, which isn't horrible. I mean, you got the UK, they can only use 3% across the board. They can't go any higher than that. And I'm sure it would be fine. But I think I skipped it for that reason. I like to try to stick with the 5. Like Candle Science will tell you on their bottle what their usage rate is. So this one will say 2 to 4%. So if you made soap with this, you cannot go over 4% to stay within those guidelines. This one is lemon blueberry cheese crumble. Yes. Brambleberry has the calculator. I don't like that. I don't like it. I love Brambleberry fragrances, don't get me wrong, but I don't like that calculator. I want to see the number. I think Aztec, I don't buy from them anymore because they make you email them. The UK, 3% tops. Aztec makes you email them for that information. So, and so does candlemakers.com or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a couple years since I bought from them. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to email. So lemon blueberry crumble. Guys. Okay, so it's lemon and I'm obsessed, right? But this is crazy that I can smell lemon, I can smell blueberry, and I can smell bakery. It is so well balanced according to the name. It is so good. This is going in a wax melt. I'm praying that it goes well because this is so good. And this is going to sell. This is really going to sell. Bulk Apothecary won't tell you even if you ask. Nope, not going to order from them. Yes, Midwest Fragrance also has it on their bottle. Another one I order from a lot is the Flaming Candle. They don't have it on the bottle, but they do have it on their website. Right? Oh, Bulk Apothecary has a document tab. So does Micah's and More. So it's not on their product page, but she has a tab that says IFRA, and you can get to them. Yes, I have been talking to Lisa. I love Lisa. Who doesn't? Lemon blueberry crumble. If you're in the market for something like this is a good one. And I can see this kind of being an all year scent. Oh man, this smells good. And I don't like sweet bakery scents that much. I mean, it's not my go-to. Like one of my favorite scents from Candle Science is Tonka and Oud Black Sea Tonka Nude. I love Tonka Nude. Love that. This is so good. This is, guys, lemon, write it down. Write it, lemon blueberry crumble. You have to get some, you have to try that. If you sell wax melts at all, you have to just do it. Just do it. Now, this wasn't this last order that I did, but I just thought I would throw these newer scents out real quick from Candle Science. I bought Solar Sands. Let me know if you guys had these or not. So, let me look at this, the notes on this one. See, this one does still have the soap notes on here. So it doesn't accelerate. It does discolor to a dark tan, but it does have excessive separation, sorry. Excessive separation. So probably wouldn't use this one in soap with the excessive acceleration or hot process if you do that. Citrus, palm, coconut milk, amber, teakwood, sea salt, and dark musk. So not bad. Not bad. It's kind of different and kind of like borderline men type of. I'm losing my train of thought a little bit again. So it's okay. I mean, I like it. I think it might do well in the fall for maybe because it's just got this more of a deep, like bass note to it. Texas Cedar EO. Is there? I didn't know there was a Texas Cedar. Melissa, write it down. I know I'm as bad as anybody. I made a lemon soap and I'm out of poppy seeds, so I had to use walnut shells, but I wanted to use poppy seeds. I just cut it yesterday. So Solar Sands, it's good. I do like it. I mean, it's not like I'm over the top, crazy about it, but I do like it a lot. Let's see. This one is Rose and Oud. This is really lovely. And I don't know if it's because I'm 50 that I all of a sudden like rose scented things. It's different. It's not floral, which is weird. It's just so different. Let me see. 2 to 5%. Let me look at the soap notes. It discolors to a purple, but otherwise no acceleration, no separation. It's just almost earthy. It's just odd. But I really like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It's just earthy and weird and not floral, but kind of floral. Let me make all kinds of sense for you guys. All right. So the next one I'm going to smell is Passion Fruit Pineapple from Candle Science. So the lid smells better than the bottle. When you first open a fragrance oil, sometimes a chemical smell will kind of hit you in the face. That's what's happening here. But now it's not there. So you just let it breathe for, 10 or 15 seconds and go back in, and that chemical smell will kind of dissipate and not be there so much. This is really nice. I don't know what passion fruit exactly is supposed to smell like. It's a very clean, fruity scent. Very summery. Very summery. Let's look at the soap notes since they actually have it. No acceleration, no separation, and discolors to a light tan. So I can work with that. Oh, go figure. I have another lemon one here. So, Naz, did you make that in soap or like a wax melt? Bamboo teakwood. That smell. I think, do I have that? I don't think I have that. I'll have to write that one down. Because I have a Midwest fragrance order started. Yeah. Yeah. So the last one from Candle Science is Limoncello Cream. Gosh. This is so good. Oh my gosh. It is so good. So it's not tart. 2 to 4% in soap. So that is pretty strong. I'm wondering if that would be just okay. Even at 4%. Where's no soap notes on this one, guys. They must have quit before they got this one. I think it's a word. Chemically. Sounds good to me. Limoncello cream is really nice. So Nature's Garden has a lemon curd fragrance oil that I tried that was super sweet. It was like really, I mean, it sold okay in my wax melts, but it was sweet. I didn't really care for it that much. This one isn't, it's sweet, but it's not like super, super sugary. And that cream just kind of helps mellow things out. So it's not super tart either. I really like this one a lot. I'm making wax melts and I may go ahead and try a soap, but I just made a lemon soap. So we'll see. I have 2 lemon soaps on my shelf right now. Let's go for 3. I really like limoncello cream. That's a winner. I really, really like that one. Limoncello cream. Yes. But I'm probably saying it wrong, Melissa. Is it limoncello? It's lemon and then CELLO, all one word. Lemon. I always called it limoncello. I'm probably saying it wrong. You guys know me. Let me look. Well, this will tell you, right? The Candle Science will tell you. No, it doesn't tell you vanilla. Let me look at lemon. More than 5%. Whoo, that's going to make a dark soap. That's going to make a dark soap. So, whoo. All right. So, guys, that's it on Candle Science. So, I thought really quickly we would maybe talk about where am I at with times? 42 minutes. Let's take a break from smelling, and then we'll smell. I only have 4 scents from Midwest Fragrance that I thought I would add to this. So, okay, good. I said it right. Limoncello. Oh, you made some? Yeah, limoncello. How did it work in your soap? Because there are no soap notes. Did the limoncello? No, it didn't have soap notes. It just had the vanilla content. Did it accelerate? How'd it work out for you? Let us know. I had a question on craft shows, and I thought we could all help. I think it was Chandra that was asking all of this. Where do you find craft shows? How do you find a craft show? How do you know if it's going to be a good one? And all of that stuff. So here's how I find craft shows. How do I find craft shows? Most of my craft shows are probably word of mouth from other vendors. That is probably where I get the majority of where I go to craft shows. I am on a Facebook page in Indiana. I don't know if other states, I imagine other states have these Facebook pages as well. There's like an Indiana craft show something Facebook, and they just, if you are an organizer of a craft show, you post it there and you get 50,000 comments people wanting to be in your craft show. Ask me how I know. I posted a craft show because I do organize one every year, and holy cow, is inundated with people wanting to be in that craft show. It was overwhelming. But that is Indiana, so it's like I'll look at it and I was like, oh, that town, hun, how far away is that? It's like 3 hours. Okay, no. And then I'll be looking, okay, well, there's a town. That sounds familiar. How far away is that one? It's like, I don't know. So I don't really go on that website anymore or that Facebook page anymore, just because it is like people are on there and they are like immediately like just swarming those people that are looking for craft shows type of thing. Does that make sense? So I don't really do that one anymore, but that is an option if you have one for your state. Hi, Clivia. They're all rotten from Facebook. Yeah. Google vendor events near me. Flea markets. Street fairs. Vendor events in Atlanta. I Google. So people are just Googling vendor events, craft shows near me or in the town you live in. I live in a fairly small town, guys. We don't have craft shows here. I think there are 3 a year in Greencastle that I'm aware of. Well, maybe 4 if you count the sheep. There's like a sheep event that they will let you sell some things as long as it's sheep related. So yeah, there's a lot of scams out there too. Hi, Maureen. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're here. So really, I think I just did word of mouth because the vendors at the shows that I attend are local. So one, a lot of them had, a lot more experience than I had and could tell me whether one was good or bad. And I'm not going to be traveling, 5 hours to go to a craft show because, they're local. They're not traveling 5 hours to go to a craft show, more than likely. So that's where I usually got most of my leads. Also, some craft show organizers do multiple craft shows a year. So if you go to one and it's a good one and you felt like it was well organized, you could check with them and say, do you do any more? I'd like to be put on the list for your spring show and kind of get the ball rolling that way. Also, your community center would be able to tell you some craft shows, but how to know whether it's a good one or a bad one. So let me read up on here real quick. Oh, wow. I didn't know you were local. Farmers markets. Oh, nice. RVing sounds lovely. Farmers market is one. I've just never wanted to do a farmers market. I just don't have any desire to do farmers markets, but if you can get in one, that's a good place to start. And again, you have local people there that know your local, even if it's 1 or 2 towns away, you have local people there that can help you. And that's one of the things you do is you don't go to a craft show and just stay in your shell. You get out there and you meet your vendors, and they're going to be your best information on what's available to you and who's a good organizer or not. So that's kind of how I did it. Wow, that's a good craft event. Do you go to that one? Are you a vendor in that one? And now this is not something I ever did. But yes, you could go to these craft shows one year and see if it's something that you want to do the following year. I'll give any craft show a chance usually, but if I don't make the money, I just won't go back. So I've gotten burned, and I used to go up to Carmel and Noblesville here in Indiana where all the money is. I lost my shirt up there. That was the worst craft shows I'd ever gone to. And one of the worst craft shows I ever went to was on the recommendation of a fellow vendor. A fellow vendor. Best show she's ever been to. For 30 years, they've been doing this craft show, and it was the worst craft show I had ever gone to. And I don't think I made booth rent, and I paid over $100 for that booth. But, it's like, you don't know until you know sometimes. And another thing you can do, I'll give a first year craft show a try. I don't shy too far away from a craft show not having a long history. I'll give it a try. If it's local, if it's not too far, if it's not too expensive, if it's their first year doing it, you know, I weigh all that in. If I'm not traveling, an hour to a craft show and it costs me $25, but it's their first year, if I'm not doing anything that weekend, I'll do that. Yeah, sometimes. I don't. I only do the one a year, and it's a lot of work, and I would never do it. I would never do that one again. Really? So, Aubrey, I don't think I would do a flea market. Don't they just want bargains? They just want bargains there. So I'm curious. That's amazing that you did well. So yeah, I don't do flea markets, but I do the Covered Bridge one is my big one, and that I'm starting. That's in October. I don't know if you guys all know. I don't know how long you've been around here, but I talk about it every year. But I am getting that like anxious feeling that I need to get that going and start making products for the Covered Bridge, specifically for that Covered Bridge Festival, because that is a humongous 10-day event, but it pays well. Yeah, no, I'm not into the flea markets, but I mean, I don't know how else to tell you to find the ones and how to find the good ones. I will say my first year, I don't know if some of you in Indiana will. Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. At a flea market, they'll pay $10 a bar? Good for you. I'm jealous. I went to one in Terre Haute. I don't know if you all are familiar with Terre Haute. It's like halfway between Indy and Terre Haute, and I live right between Indy and Terre Haute. And it was a 2-day one, and there were probably 80 vendors or more, and no shoppers. One and only time I ever packed up on day one, and I didn't go back on Sunday. It was the worst thing I'd ever seen. And all I could think of, I was like, my husband and I are counting heads. She made, this many thousands of dollars to put this craft show on it, and there are no shoppers. I haven't gone back to Terre Haute since. But I don't know if it was the town or the organizer. I was so disappointed. I think that was my first year in. Wow, $200 at a garage sale. Nice. I'm getting ready for my Christmas in July open house at my house. So every July, I make a bunch of food, and I have sale tables, and I'm gonna I like to put on sale my soaps from last year that haven't sold, and I'll be doing that Christmas in July next month. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh gosh, I went last year. Last year I was at a craft show. It was only like $25 or $30, but there was 17 or 18 vendors. 4 of us sold wax melts or candles or some sort of event like that. And I did not. I don't know that I made my booth rent. It was so dead. And the only sellers, I had a few, customers, but for the most part, it was other crafters, other vendors that bought from me. It was the worst. And 3 of those wax melt candle makers were they were all jumbled up together. It was sad. You win some, you lose some. So like I said, I'll do any of them once. But I went to one, it was like last month, and it was like, this is dead. I'm not doing this one again. And all I could think of was the time away from my soap studio. I could be making X, Y, and Z. Instead, I'm just sitting here on my butt doing nothing, selling nothing. And was just mad. I was just mad about it. More so about the time lost because I work full time. So my weekends are pretty special. Yeah. I've been there where I spent more than I made too. Let's go through you guys keep them going. You guys are awesome. Help each other out. I love that. I'm going on an hour now, so I don't like to go too much over that. So I'm going to smell Midwest Fragrance, these 4 real quick. Yeah, the open house is good. Every year it gets a little better and I sell a little bit more. It gets, every year in my town, I get a little bit more well-known. So yeah, I love having the open house. And my husband was like, you're not decorating for Christmas during this thing, are you? I was like, well, I did think about it, but no, I won't do that to you. But wouldn't it be fun to have Christmas music and decorations and all of that? It's Christmas in July. Come on. Yeah, definitely organizers should put a cap on like items. Nice, Aubrey. Thanks, Naz. So Naz put in his soap notes, or his or hers. I don't know. Sorry. Put in the soap notes. So read those, you guys, if you are missing that. So guys, I do have a video all about Lemon Unhinged from Midwest Fragrance. Who here has smelled this disgusting bottle of fragrance oil? It is the worst scent I have ever smelled. Have you smelled this Lemon Unhinged? Nothing against Midwest Fragrance, but this thing is disgusting. It is horrible. I don't know what it is that smells so bad. And the thing is, when I very first smell it, it's like first 2 seconds. It's like, this is great. I like this. And then, ugh. Lemon Unhinged. Oh gosh, it is so bad. And my husband was like, you're throwing that away, right? You're not making anything with that, are you? I made a soap with it. Stay tuned for that video. I still have to edit it. I did make a soap with it, and I made a wax melt with it. So you guys can, I'll just tell you, the wax melt really wasn't that bad. So the soap, you'll have to watch the video to see, but the wax melt, it actually, I had a person test it and she really liked it. It's like, all right, whatever, you're weird. But I did take the soap to work, and about 50% of the people liked it. And 50% of the people really didn't like it. And then of the 50% that liked it, maybe 25% said they would actually buy that bar of soap. So wasn't well received. Yeah, heavy on the unhinged, right? I know, right? I did use it. I wanted to test whether it would really keep the grossness in the soap. And I think it kind of did. It was so great. It is so bad. I don't know. It is so bad. I was so excited when I ordered that. Let's go on to happier scents here. So Endless Weekend from Midwest. Let's smell this one. I like this one a lot. I really like this one. It is clean and summery without being overly summery. I can see this being a year long. It's not just a summer scent, but it does have a vibe. I really like this one. This one is pulled for making some soap. I want to make a soap with this. And Midwest Fragrance actually does on their bottle have the IFRA usage rating, which is 8.88. Vanillin or vanillin is 0. So it shouldn't discolor. I have had a 0 vanillin discolor on me. So just watch out for that. It's not a make or break or all or nothing. I was so disappointed. It was brown, but it didn't have any vanillin in it. Keeps the grossness. Yeah, it really does. It's so bad. I really wanted one of you guys to have read it or smelled it. I just want to see if it's just me and my husband and 50% of my employee or my coworkers. Unless we can kind of mix up for it. It's nice. Monkey farts. We probably have all smelled monkey farts. I haven't had this in forever. And this is a good one. I like this one. Nice, Tammy. That's true. I don't remember. It's been years since whatever fragrance oil I used. I can't remember if it was dark or not. Of course, we all love monkey farts. I just had to get it. The problem with a lot of, and this is only 0.5% of vanillin, and I really want like a kid's bath bomb line that can be like, again, standard instead of just, I'm right now, all my bath bomb tests, I'm using Georgia Peach just to get that off my shelf because I hate peach and I don't know why I bought it, but I did. It's like, I'm going to put these in the kids' bath bomb. They won't care. Monkey farts is good. If you guys have a better name, I'm not going to call anything monkey farts. I'm sorry. I did at the very beginning. My grandkids thought it was a hoot, but I need a better name, so help me out with that one. And this one is Pink Sands, and I think this is a type. It says type. There's a tiny bit of vanillin in it. I'm reading that Miss A. 15% is pretty good. One of these days I'll have to do a consignment story. I have the horror story from all horror stories for consignment. I will never do consignment again. It was the worst experience I ever had. I don't know what Pink Sands is, where it's from, but I really like it, and I have this one pulled for a soap as well. I'm going to make soap with these. This is one of like the 30 bottles I pulled. So I made I call it Seize the Day. I did this once before where I added fragrances together. So I have some tropical fragrance. I had half an ounce here, an ounce there, and I put them all together, and I made a Seize the Day, spelled SEAS. I thought I was clever. Jungle Animal is a good one. I don't know if I ever tried Nature's Garden's monkey farts. I've tried it from somewhere before. This is really good. This is a really good one. It's probably banana forward. I think they all are. But this is just a fun, fruity, fun scent that doesn't have a lot of vanillin in it. I bought their cotton candy one too for bath bombs, but I think it has a lot of vanillin, and that'll make your bath bombs all splotchy. I don't love Jamaica Me Crazy. I haven't had Flinging Bananas. That's fun. Oh, it's a Yankee. So Pink Sands is Yankee Candle. Okay. Yeah, Flinging Bananas. That is fun. I like that a lot. All right. Nice. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I think I'm almost, I'm over an hour. I have no idea how long I've been on. It's been an hour at least. Maybe right at it. Let me put my glasses back on. 3:03. My time. It's right at an hour. That's not too bad. So those are the scents that I bought recently. Too many scents. I got to get rid of them. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by and being here. This was fun. I like doing these. I like talking to you guys in real time. So if you have any thoughts on other lives that we can do, I'd like to try to do this once a month. That's my goal. Oh, nice. They sent that to you? Lemon honey. Not a fan. Okay. All right, Shanda. Be safe. Thanks for being here. Oh, so like, yeah, if you guys have any thoughts on, thanks, Tammy, other lives, other topics that we can talk about, I really enjoy it. I just enjoy being here with you guys and, sharing and reading your comments in real time. I think it's fun. The only thing is I don't, somebody wanted a make with me live. I just don't know how to set up everything downstairs. So I've thought about doing a make with me live, and while I make something, I just have to figure out logistics, how to do all that with the camera and the computer and microphones and all of that stuff. So I'm willing to try, but yeah, that's going to take some doing. All right. So guys, I'm going to head off. Thanks, Clivia, for being here. Love you guys. Maybe I'll see you next month. Maybe. It could happen. Bye. I gotta stop it. It takes me a few seconds to figure out stopping.